The question was merely a formality. If he wanted to enter the orphelinat, there was nothing she or any of the sisters could do to prevent him. "I thought," she said, "that when you came before and then left, it meant you had not found what you wanted here." He looked at her more closely. Sister Bonaphilia was a neat-looking, small woman with bony features and rough hands. Her clothes were plain, many times washed and worn again. "I came before to see what there was to see," he said. "I reported my findings to the palace. I am back on their orders, on the king's orders." She hesitated a moment more, her hand on the doorpost. The sun had begun to set already. It was winter, after all, the dry season. The clouds massed on the horizon had begun their transformation into roses and gold. Jolivet frowned again. He had hoped to complete this errand before dark. Sister Bonaphilia inclined her head. "Very well." She stepped back to let Jolivet over the doorstep. Inside was a hall of hollowed granite, the ceiling decorated with faded tiles in green and gold, the colors of the old empire, now gone 1,000 years. Holy sisters in their worn linen dresses hovered by the walls, staring. The stone floor was worn past smoothness by the passage of years. It now dipped and swayed, like the surface of the ocean. Stone steps led upward, no doubt to the children's dormitories. Several children, girls no more than 11 or 12, descended the stairs. They stopped, wide-eyed, catching sight of Jolivet in his gleaming uniform of red and gold, his ceremonial sword at his side. The girls scampered back up the stairs, silent as mice under the fixed gaze of a cat. For the first time, Sister Bonaphilia's composure began to fray. "Please," she said, "coming here like this, it will frighten the children." Jolivet smiled thinly. "I need not stay long at all if you will cooperate with the king's orders." "And what are those orders?" Kell and Cass were playing pirate battles in the dirt. It was a game they had invented, and required few tools save sticks and several prized marbles, which Kell had won from some of the older boys at card games. Kell was cheating, as he usually did, but Cass never seemed to mind. He gave the game his full concentration anyway, locks of his dark blonde hair falling into his freckled face as he scowled and plotted his ship's next move. Only a few minutes ago, Sister Genofa had shooed them, along with most of the other boys in their dormitory, out to the garden. She did not say why, only urged them to amuse themselves. Kell had no questions. Usually at this hour, he would be at the wash basin, scrubbing his face and hands with harsh soap in preparation for dinner. "A clean soul in a clean body," Sister Bonaphilia liked to say. "Health is wealth, and I wish you all to be rich." Kell pushed his hair back. It was getting long. Soon enough, Sister Bonaphilia would notice, seize him, and lop it off with kitchen shears, muttering to herself. Kell didn't mind. He knew she had a special affection for him, as she often went out of her way to sneak him tarts from the kitchen, and only yelled at him a little bit when he was caught climbing the more dangerous rocks, the ones that jutted out over the ocean. "It's getting dark," Cass said, squinting up at the sky which was deepening to violet. Kell wished he could see the ocean from here. It was the one thing that never bored him, looking at the sea. He'd tried to explain it to Cass, how it always changed, was a different color every day, the light slightly altered. But Cass only shrugged good-naturedly. He didn't need to understand why Kell did the things he did. Kell was his friend, so it was all right.